Right about now, for many, it means working from home. That is the new normal.
Just like many of you watching this, due to the coronavirus chaos, I'm now working from home. It's definitely going to be an adjustment period for many people.
I think one of your children has just walked in.
Pardon me.
That's right, carry on.
Set up. Sorry.
Okay, so, oh God. Wait a moment.
For those who don't typically work from home, but are lucky enough to have the option to, what is the best way to go about this? Some fellow Fortune staffers from around the globe gave me some insight.
My secret sauce is having good slippers, and I actually have the slippers here. See?
Nice, those look official.
But these are my backup slippers. My active slippers are currently on. It's not really about slippers, it's more about the point of them. You need to make sure that the little things that can irritate you on a daily basis in your house are taken care of. Get the dishes done every night. Make sure the lawn's watered so that you don't feel drawn away from your work to go do them.
A lot of people think, oh, this is going to be terrible, but, you know, consider it your first week in a new workplace. It may wake people up to looking at their job in a fresh way.
Greet people as if you were in the actual office. It does help with the closure of the workday. Take a real lunch. Really easy to eat at your desk when your desk is your home. Pick up the phone every so often because it's very, very easy to be exchanging lots and lots of text-based messages. And sometimes it's just easy, oh, I didn't realize you meant it this way, blah, 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 blah. And then finally, wear pants.
Love it.
It's important, yeah.
So one of the tips that is commonly shared is that you should get up and get dressed and put makeup on. And while I did put makeup on for this video, I actually don't believe in that advice. I think if you're working from home, you can save, especially women who are getting ready and doing their hair. I'm saving my commuting time, but I'm also saving my getting ready time. And if you're in an industry like news where you're working crazy hours through the pandemic, you know, that 30 minutes can mean a lot.
For me, the big thing from working from home is to define your hours clearly, because it's really easy to have that slippery slide of, well, I'm still on my computer, so I'm still active and still working. So it's really important for me to say, like, it is time for me to be done with the workday.
Right now I'm in my study, which is actually where I usually work. And as you can see, it's kind of a messy room filled with books and the TV and computers, and most importantly, an exercise bike, which is essential these days. It would be a great thing for managers to remember that, like, people who are not used to working remotely or alone kind of need to be checked in on, you know, one-on-one by their name, and just to be made to feel that there's someone out there, you know, who's remembering them and needs them to, you know, be productive.
The panic we had seen in the grocery stores for like buying toilet paper and eggs, like that was the run up to like our tech office. And I need a cable. I can't function with just my small screen. What am I gonna, like, it was just crazy. And I think a lot of companies are really starting to look at, you know, is this a precursor to like another superstorm Sandy? What does each company need to do to effectively run their business if their primary office is unavailable for whatever reason, whether that's a, you know, a construction mishap, you know, a major plumbing leak, a storm.
I was watching TV the other day, and I heard Lieutenant General Russell Honore, who he was in charge of the government response to Hurricane Katrina. And, you know, of all the things that he saw down there, his big takeaway of what we're facing right now is that we'll discover we don't all need to go to the office anymore. I agree with him. I haven't done it for 13 years. And, you know, my argument is that I bring something different to all the organizations that I've been with, whether it's, you know, a different perspective, being in the suburbs of Portland, Oregon, or just being in a different time zone.
I'm fascinated by how this pandemic will affect office culture. And I do hope that people aren't thinking about working from home anymore, and they're just thinking about work wherever they are. And it should be interesting to see if that kind of dynamic sticks once people are allowed to return to the physical workspace.
We're going to regather once we get into the office and talk about what works and what doesn't work, and what's the remediation plan to make what doesn't work fixed or better. Humans are amazingly adaptable to overcome challenges, and this is, you know, in modern time, this is like the biggest challenge most of us have ever faced.
This is a time which we will never forget, and which really has sort of challenged a lot of our assumptions about how to work in groups, and things which will last, I think, you know, much longer than the virus lasts.